This is a wheel with over 40 unique types of shiny hunts, ranging from things like getting a shiny from an NPC trade, to finding shiny unknown until I could spell out a word, to even finding shiny Arceus. And today, I'll be spinning this wheel 7 times to see what crazy shiny hunting challenges I'll be facing today. Yep, that's right. Just like last time, we're doing one more spin than the previous video, because I just love this series so much. Alright, spin number 1. Let's see what we got to shiny hunt. Cannot wait to see what we're going to start with, hoping it goes to Pokemon Quest. Come on, yes! Let's go! I love Pokemon Quest. We got to get 3 shinies in it. Awesome, that's such a good challenge to start on. Let's get right to it. Alright, so it's been a hot minute since I last played Pokemon Quest, but I'm happy to be back because shiny hunting in this game is actually pretty fun. For those who have never heard of this game before, it's pretty much just a charming Minecraft-looking spin-off game, where you basically just fight off little waves of Pokemon in these mini arenas. It's a very simple yet very fun game at the same time. So the way you get new Pokemon and add them to your party is you have to cook these dishes with ingredients you get in levels by taking out enemies. Once you've placed all the berries in the pot, there'll be an icon that appears above and tells you how many levels you need to play before the dish will be ready to summon a new Pokemon to your island. And obviously, seeing as I added this to the wheel, you can get shiny Pokemon to appear. Now there's actually a pretty simple workaround that prevents us needing to actually complete a level to make the counter go up, because by just entering a level, pausing right away, and exiting, it still counts as a playthrough and progresses the cooking by 1, which ends up saving so much time, seeing as each level probably takes about 1.5 to 2 minutes to clear. So basically, the quickest way to hunt in this game is to just fill all 4 of the pots with ingredients, quickly enter and exit the levels, open any of the pots if they're ready to check if the Pokemon summoned is shiny, and repeat. The only difficult thing about hunting in this game is that 1, you need heaps of ingredients to keep making dishes, and 2, you need a bunch of PM tickets to continuously dip in and out of levels. Thankfully, I've already stocked up on that stuff over the years. Also, I didn't mention this earlier, but the shiny rates in this game are super high. Like, I'm not even joking, the odds are only 1 in 51, or nearly 2% per spawn. That is crazy! So after 41 minutes and exactly 50 Pokemon checks, we managed to get our first of 3 shinies. Oh, yes! Shiny Ponyta! Oh my god, that is such a cool shiny. Let's go. Every time I see Ponyta come out like the pot, I'm always like, oh, I so hope that's shiny. And we got one. The blue flames will never get old. Absolutely goated shiny. 1 down, 2 to go. Such a great one to start off with, and right around the odds as well. The next one, however, actually neared the double odds at 97 checks. But even then, that was only an hour and 20 minutes worth of hunting, so it really wasn't anything to complain about. And just like Ponyta, it was one that I was super happy to find. Oh, shiny Magnemite. That is so cool. What the? I was not expecting that one. Such a cool shiny. Underrated shiny. I love this game. Pokemon, almost called it Rumble. Pokemon Quest is such a good game. Now, I know shiny Pokemon are super easy to get in this game, but what if I were to tell you it only took another 5 minutes to get our next one, and only after 6 more Pokemon checks? No way. What? That was the first Tauros I got, like, this entire, what do you call it, challenge. Tauros is like such a rare spawn. I was not expecting to get you shiny. I'll take it though. It's kind of disgusting looking, but I'll take it simply because it's not a Pokemon you see very often. Now, although the wheel only told me to find 3 shinies, Arceus must have given me extra shiny luck today, because I somehow managed to get an extra 4th shiny on accident, seeing as it was in the same cooking batch as Tauros. That's why I kept the camera rolling. Oh my god. What the hell? Like, I was about to turn it off, but then I had 2 more pots left to open, so I'm like, I might as well keep it going just in case. And here we go. We got a shiny Scyther. You're welcome. All I was told was to give you 3 shinies, but I gave you 4. That deserves a sub, right? 1 challenge down, 6 to go. If it's your first time watching one of these videos, make sure you stick around to the end, because the sheer variety and amount of crazy shinies we're going to be finding this video will be unlike any other. Anyways, let's see what we gotta hunt next. Alright, let's see what our second challenge is. I absolutely loved playing Pokemon Quest. It was so good to go back to that game. And that is it going to be shiny Phione? Phione? However you pronounce it, yes it is. Honestly, such a cool Pokemon. Obviously not as good as Manaphy, but this one's cool because you could literally just hatch it shiny out of eggs. And it's a hunt I've always just wanted to do for some reason, so let's get to it. Okay, so I don't know about you, but growing up, I always thought Phione was a mythical. Now, yes, I know its name is literally meant to look and sound like the word phony because it's like a fake version of Manaphy. Well, at least that's my interpretation. I could be totally wrong. But it still shocked me to find out that it's not mythical and could just hatch out of eggs and be shiny, considering how cool of a Pokemon Pokemon it is. Mind you, this is coming from someone who grew up playing Black and White, not Diamond and Pearl. My point is, these two Pokemon are absolutely adorable, and both of their shinies are ones I'd love to have. Manaphy is more preferred. However, shiny hunting this one is probably one of the most difficult and tedious shiny hunts to ever exist, requiring you to beat Pokemon Rangers and like transfer this special Manaphy egg into the mainline games, and then you just gotta hope it's shiny or something stupidly hard. So I guess we're just gonna have to settle for the slightly less adorable lookalike and get it shiny instead, which I'm more than happy to do. Anyways, as the whole non-mythical discussion implies, this Pokemon can be bred and hatched out of eggs, meaning this Manaphy imposter will be hunted using the Masuda method, which I really shouldn't have to explain, but just in case, here's it explained in less than 15 words. Pokemon plus foreign Ditto breeding equals 1 in 512 odds of shiny hatch. There you go. Now I absolutely hate the Masuda method, seeing as it's boring, wastes an unbelievable amount of time, as well as just never goes within odds for me. But despite all that, I was actually kind of excited to do one of these hunts again for the first time in at least a year. Now I won't go into too much details because like I just said, it's pretty boring, but something pretty cool happened as I was hatching eggs, and that would be me randomly finding a shiny Grookey without any shiny boosting sandwiches active. Cool, I'll take it. And then, unlike all of my previous Masuda hunts, this one actually went by extremely quickly, with it only taking me a total of 97 egg hatches, which was way faster than I was expecting. Oh, that's it! Oh, yes! Let's go! That wasn't even 100 eggs! Oh my god, is my Masuda method luck like healed? I usually go like at least 1,500 eggs before getting shinies. We got it in 97. Oh, let's go. It doesn't have a mark. So there's the normal one. There's the shiny. Not a crazy difference, but considering it's in my heart, it's a mythical. Absolute W. That went by so much quicker than I was expecting. With that adorable shiny mythical wannabe found, it was time to have our third spin, which little did I know was gonna land on an option I wish I never added to the wheel. Alright, place your bets on what challenge number 3 is gonna be. Our first two hunts were super fun, absolutely loved them, hoping, oh my god, no. Oh no. Oh my god. Catch a full team of shiny Golduck. Oh, what have I done? No! Why did I put that on the wheel? I knew it would be funny, but now I actually have to do it. I have no words, except that I want to throw up. Fine. Let's do it. If you've been on my channel before, you'll probably know I have a personal hatred towards Golduck, seeing as since the beginning of my Area 0 video, I think I've probably unwillingly found over 50 shiny Golduck, which is about 50 more than I'd ever want because of how horrible his shiny is. And now I've got to return to where it all started, where I first gained this curse, the Area 0 Vaporeon Creek. This is the place where I struggled for hours and hours and hours trying to get shiny Vaporeon, seeing as it's the only good spot to get it in Area 0, despite it only having like a 1% chance to spawn. And throughout that hunt, I was bombarded with shiny Golduck left, right, and center. So I'm almost certain that there is no better spot to hunt them and get this challenge over and done with. Now, the first two shinies I found came in only 8 minutes. Good old Scarlet and Violet shiny hunting. But they weren't Golduck like you'd probably be expecting. Nope, they were the other two shinies I got an abundance of in that video, Weasel and Floatzel. And the only reason I don't class getting these guys as a curse is because they're actually cute and cool Pokemon with nice shinies. After another 4 minutes passed, I managed to spot our first of the 6 red beak demons. I was hesitant to even acknowledge its presence, whilst on the other hand, there were many thoughts going through my head, such as torturing him with super effective moves. But no, the wheel stated I gotta catch them, which is exactly what I reluctantly did. And then, whilst I was trying not to think about the fact that I need 5 more of this monstrosity, I was taken completely off guard by what happened next. And for those who actually watched the Area 0 video, I'm sure you'll be just as surprised as I was. Shiny Vaporeon in Area 0! What the hell? No fucking way. Oh my god. Save. Yeah. What? Okay, I've probably seemed like I've lost the plot to anyone who hasn't seen the Area 0 video. Oh my god, the significance of this shiny is insane. This is what started the Golduck curse. Looking for the Vaporeon. If I would have guessed, it's like a 1% spawn here, and I the video was to get every shiny in Area 0. With it being a 1% spawn, you can obviously tell the shiny is going to be nearly impossible to get, and that's why I kept getting hundreds of Golducks, and that's what started the whole curse. And just out of nowhere, I get a second one, which is why I've like absolutely just lost my breath. No, oh, fuck off, Golduck. The craziest thing is, I'm pretty sure it took like 40 hours to find this the first time. All right, we finally got it in the light. Let's see its shiny sparkles. Oh my god. Oh, that looks so good. We're obviously gonna Master Ball it because it suits. It's so rare, and I have 7 of them. Maybe it was worth getting this Golduck challenge. I am still in absolute disbelief that I managed to find a second Area 0 Vaporeon. Like, yes, I was very well aware that this can happen, and at the back of my mind, I was constantly thinking, oh, you know how crazy it would be if I found another Vaporeon here? But that certainly didn't mean I thought it was actually gonna happen. Anyways, with that absolute insane moment of luck out the way, I really don't want to bore you with the rest of this hunt because it's not all that exciting. But what I did find funny was that from the second shiny Golduck all the way to the 6th one, the pattern of what I found went Golduck, Weasel, Golduck, Weasel, Golduck, Weasel, Golduck, Weasel, Golduck, which finally meant I had a whole team of them. And although the wheel said I had to catch them all, it didn't say I had to keep them. And now I would kill them, I mean release them, but people really don't like when I kill shinies on this channel, so I just surprise traded them away to people who hopefully like Golduck more than I do. Thankfully, that was another challenge complete, and here's a look at all the shinies we've scored so far. Don't forget, we're not even halfway done by this point. Now with our 4th spin coming up, I'm hoping we land on something a little more pleasant. Alright, spin number 4. I absolutely despised catching all those Golduck, but it was kind of worth it just because we got a second Area 0 Vaporeon. And what have we got to do next? Find a shiny with a fishing rod. Okay, I don't think I've ever like done a fishing chain shiny before. Who would I even hunt? Maybe Feebas? I don't know, we'll figure it out. But super excited for this one. Let's go. Cool, a hunt I've never done before, and one that's apparently not too hard. Now on Omega Ruby, I really wanted to get a shiny Feebas because it's got such a nice shiny, as well as my Lotic, of course. And thankfully, shiny hunting with a fishing rod is incredibly easy in this game, seeing as all you need is a Pokemon with the Suction Cups ability and a good reaction time. Basically, when you cast your fishing rod, there's a chance you'll get a bite from a Pokemon. If you do, this exclamation mark pops up above your head, and then you've only got a couple of frames to press the reel in button to get the encounter. If you succeed, your chain increases by 1, and it only takes a chain of 40 to hit the best odds of only 1 in 200 encounters for a shiny, which is pretty good. Now the only way you can really break your chain is if you don't press the reel in button fast enough when you get a bite, or if you don't get any bites at all, which is why the Suction Cups is recommended, as well as going near a wall or corner, because for whatever reason, that just increases the chances of getting a bite. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, just make sure you're paying close attention so you don't mistime your button presses, and then run away from any encounter that's not shiny. It's super simple. And luckily for me, I didn't even hit the average odds, seeing as after only 170 encounters, we managed to find the little purple fish. Oh, what the hell? We got the shiny already. Oh my god. Okay, that was actually pretty quick. That'll take us to 170 encounters. Not too bad. Chain fishing's honestly pretty broken. I might do this method more often. I'm just gonna throw an Ultra Ball. I don't really have anything that matches. Oh, we should give him a nickname. Not really sure what to name him though. I'm just gonna pick something random I can see in my room. Let's call him Knife. And I'm gonna leave the interpretation on why I have a knife in my room up to you. 3 more spins remain. I wonder what we're gonna get next. Now, I will say, despite all the love and support I've been getting on these wheel videos, this might actually be my last one for quite some time, seeing as not only have they been underperforming, but very soon I'll be heading over to Hawaii to spectate the Pokemon World Championships and meet up with heaps of other Pokemon content creators. Then pretty much right after that, I'll be going on a massive holiday to Japan for a few weeks, both of which will be showcased a lot of on this channel. Oh, and not to mention, I've got heaps of other shiny hunting video ideas I want to work on as well, so if you do eventually want a part 4, I need these videos to reach more people, so make sure you stick to the very end and watch the other 2 parts if you haven't already. Anyways, don't worry because we've still got 3 more mystery hunts to go. It's time for spin number 5. And you know what else it's time for? It's time to shiny hunt in or... Oh my god, no, don't go to Arceus, please. Oh my god. Okay, I was very scared that was going to tell me to shiny hunt Arceus. Oh, okay, catch a shiny in Greyscale. That's a little bit more, doable. Okay, one day I will really love to shiny hunt Arceus. Now's not the time. That'll be a 50+ hour hunt, I think. This is a cool one though. I've actually wanted to do this like just in my spare time for fun, but I haven't done it yet. So we're gonna try and find a shiny with no color. Alright, so if you didn't know this already, your Nintendo Switch actually has a way to turn everything on your screen to either grayscale or inverted colors. Shiny hunting with inverted colors is also on this wheel, but today we landed on the grayscale mode, which I assume is actually gonna be much harder. Considering with inverted colors, there's still gonna be a pretty noticeable difference with shinies. Whilst with grayscales, the shinies will only be shaded differently, which is a lot harder to spot than color. Now, I have no clue how I came to this decision, but I decided I wanted to hunt Nosepass in the Kitakami region. Oh, and before any of you tell me, oh, why didn't you just play in Legends Arceus where you can hear the shiny sound effect? My answer would be, because that'd just be extremely boring now, wouldn't it? Anyways, Nosepass was our target, and my god, I wish I picked a different Pokemon that was a little less reflective. Because for those who don't know, metallic-based Pokemon finally got metallic-looking textures in Scarlet and Violet, meaning the color of them slightly change based on how the light reflects off them. With some Pokemon like Beldum, it can make you think you've found a shiny when really it's just a super reflective angle you're looking at them. And that's with color. So in Grayscale, where my only indication of a shiny is different shades of black and white, the metallic textures can really throw me off, making some Nosepass look significantly different to the other one, despite them both being not shiny. Thankfully though, seeing as we're playing Scarlet and Violet, it didn't take too long for the actual shiny to appear. And it was one of those type of hunts where you're worried you'll miss it because it looks too similar to the regular ones, but when you actually do see the shiny, it's completely obvious. You're shiny. I know for a fact you're shiny. You have to be shiny. Come on. Yes! Finally! I have been tricked by the lighting so many times. You wouldn't believe how many times, but no, that is definitely different to the other ones, and it's not just the metallic texture. Oh my god. Show me those sparkles. Yes! Finally! Anyways, let's change it to normal colors. No more dull grayscale. I want to see this yellow. And there it is. Oh my god. Shiny Nosepass is so good. And he broke out, you bitch. And just like that, we've made it to the final 2 spins. Don't forget to place your bets on what our next challenge is gonna be. It is time for the second last spin. Don't really know what to say, other than hopefully it's something at least entertaining. And the challenge is looking like catch a disguised shiny. Okay, that's cool. I don't know who I'm gonna hunt. Probably Zorua. I don't know if I've done that on the channel before. Anyways, a pretty simple one. Let's do it. Great. I was kind of hoping for a simple hunt, because spinning the wheel 7 times for just one video where you have no clue of what types of hunts you're going to be doing and how long they're going to take is a really daunting task. Definitely super fun, but scary at the same time. But thankfully for this challenge, all we need to do is find a shiny Zorua in its disguised form. Basically, outside of the town that houses the gym of the one, the only, Larry the gym leader, you can use Dark Encounter boosting sandwiches that'll seem to get a ton of Mabastiff to spawn. However, don't let that facade fool you, because they're actually most likely just Zorua in disguise. Now yes, actual Mabastiff can spawn, but that'll only happen if they're surrounded by Maschiff. And the way we shiny hunt for Zorua is to do what we did to check the Nosepass in Grayscale. Basically just run up to every Zorua, use the auto battle feature, and if my Iron Valiant kills the target, we know it wasn't shiny. Now you might be wondering why we need to use the auto battle feature, seeing as shinies can be seen in the overworld in this game. But that's because for Pokemon like Ditto and Zorua, that's not true, because their disguised Pokemon will look completely normal, even if they're actually shiny under their illusion. Like I mentioned though, this is a super easy hunt, meaning we found what we were looking for in just under an hour. Oh, is that the one? Is that the one? Yes, it is. Okay. We have ourselves a shiny Zorua. These hunts are pretty fun. They're very simple, very quick. It's Scarlet and Violet. What do you expect? There is our shiny Mabastiff. Oh wait, no it's not. It's shiny Zorua. That is such a good shiny. Okay, but before we catch him, I'm going to close the game and reopen it. Because if you didn't know, with Pokemon like Zorua or Ditto, if you close the game before you catch them, they'll appear as the actual Pokemon in the overworld. And I kind of just want to see the shiny sparkles on Zorua. And yep, now it's a Zorua in the wild, so we can get the shiny sparkles on him. Let me just get him into the sunlight. Okay, he's out of the shade now. Let's get those sparkles on this little fox. Oh my god, absolutely perfect. And he just transformed into himself. I forgot they do that. So there we go. That's our 6th challenge complete. Can't wait to see what the last one will be. One more challenge to go. What do you think we'll be ending it on this time? All right, it's time for the final spin for the video. If you've made it this far, you're an absolute legend. Let's see what we're ending it on. And it is looking like it's going to be Wormhole Shiny. Okay, pretty cool. I've never got a shiny in the Ultra like Wormholes either. I did actually mean to change that to get 3 shinies in the Wormhole, because apparently it's incredibly easy. So we're not just doing doing 1, we're going to be doing 3. Okay, so for those who don't know about wormhole hunts, it's an incredibly easy way to find shiny Pokemon in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, where basically you just travel through Ultra Space until you teleport through one of the wormholes and encounter a Pokemon in a different dimension. The further you travel, the higher the odds of getting better types of wormholes, and the better the wormhole, the higher the chance of getting a shiny. And I mean really high. Like, okay, outside of all the legendary Pokemon that can be found in the wormholes, every single regular Pokemon you could find literally starts at a base shiny rate of 1 in 100. That is already incredibly high compared to any overworld odds in any game. And that's the odds of only the tier 1 wormholes. Then there's the tier 2s taking it to a whopping 10% or 1 in 10 chance to spawn a shiny. The tier 3s then go to 19% or essentially 1 in 5. And finally the tier 4 wormholes, which literally have a 36% chance of spawning a shiny. So I think it's pretty obvious as to why I chose to hunt 3 Pokemon with this method instead of just 1. Now yes, those odds are assuming you've reached 4,500 light years of travel in the Ultra Space minigame, which can be a little difficult, but even if you don't get that far before entering a wormhole, the odds are still unbelievably high, and I'd be surprised if anyone went over an hour without finding a shiny with this method. Now the reason you don't hear about people using this method like all the time, considering how easy I just described it to get shinies from, is because there's actually only 20 Pokemon that could be hunted with this method. Again, outside of the legendaries, because you can hunt them, but they need to be soft resetted for with full shiny odds. So yeah, there are these 4 different color wormholes that'll take you to 4 different dimensions, with each of them being able to spawn 5 different regular Pokemon. Now it's actually a pretty nice variety of stuff, and most of their shinies are pretty good, so I was excited to see what I was gonna get. And as the unbelievably high shiny rates suggest, it didn't take long for our first of 3 to show up. Oh my god, what the hell? This method is easy. That came incredibly quickly. Not a shiny you see very often, but I'll take it. Like, I know everyone said this is an easy shiny hunting method, but oh my god, they weren't lying. Yeah, we're just gonna quick ball it. I don't really care. What should we name it? It's green, and you know what else is green? Mountain Dew. If you're someone who's beaten these games and has never found a shiny before, I highly recommend using this method because you will find something and it won't take you long. Our second shiny came pretty quickly to no surprise and was a pretty cool one as well. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Shiny Stunfisk. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'll take it. Yeah, if you got Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon, this is one of the easiest way to get shinies, and that's coming from someone who plays Scarlet and Violet. And finally, our third shiny, whilst not the most pleasant looking one, was still a cool find nonetheless. That's a shiny. Oh my god, an ugly shiny at that. Oh my god, he is horrible. I'm sorry, Binacle and Barbaracle fans, but the shiny is, it's not my favorite, but it is something. We'll take it. So there you have it. Here's a look at all the amazing shinies we scored throughout the challenge. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to check out part 1 and 2 if you haven't already. And I thank you all so much for watching.